Welcome to the AdeptiCon 2026 registration video. This will be a short video walking you through getting registered for the convention. For those that have been through this before, you'll find this process very familiar. Registration opens on January 11th, 2026 at 12 p.m. Central Time. And when you're ready, you can head over to the registration site using the link in the description below. That will bring you to this landing page. Find the button that says Register Now and click it to start the process.
Before you start entering information, it is important to note that the registration system will automatically time out if you stay on a single page for 20 minutes or more, regardless of what you're doing. So keep that in mind as you walk through this process. Here we're going to enter our name, email address, and a mobile number. It's important you get your email address correct here, as it is tied to your confirmation number and forms your registration credentials. If you find at a later date you've made a mistake, you can just drop us a note at info@adepticon.org and we can get that fixed. Your mobile number will be used to verify your registration at a later date so you can download the mobile app. Next, you will choose the fate of your badge. There are three options here. Will Call allows you to pick your badge up on site starting Wednesday evening. You can also choose to have your badge shipped to you for a $12 fee. These will be sent out at the end of February via USPS Priority Mail. Please note that we can only ship to domestic U.S. addresses. The third option is combined shipping. You can have your badge shipped to another attendee. You will not be charged any additional fee, but please note that that attendee that you specify must select the shipped option. If you designate an attendee that has not chosen that option, then your badge will default to Will Call. A couple of other things to note when having your badge shipped to you. First, only your badge will be shipped. Any merchandise you purchase will need to be picked up on site like normal. However, you can do this at any point during the convention.
Secondly, our refund policy differs slightly for shipped badges. Our standard refund deadline is March 5th, 2026, but if you choose to have your badge shipped to you or choose the combined shipping option, then that deadline becomes February 8th, 2026.
The system does not allow you to change your badge shipping status once selected.
But if you need to do so prior to February 8th,
you can follow this link here to submit a request. This link will also be presented in your registration confirmation email and on your My Registration page. Lastly, we ask that you acknowledge our current conduct policy and that you agree to some minor limited communication from the convention and event organizers concerning events you have registered for. Once you've filled all of this out, click Next to continue. Next up is badge selection. There are two types of badges. The core badge, which allows you to register for events, and the advanced badge, which is limited to 2,000, allows you to register for events, and comes with a guaranteed swag bag, along with the AdeptiCon pin badge, coaster, and exclusive miniature. Once you've made a selection, click Next to continue. Next up is event selection. Now keep in mind that 20-minute timeout we discussed earlier. This is the lengthiest part of the registration process, and you can spend some time here. At the top, you're going to notice there are several drop-down filter categories like game system, day, event type, hobby instructor, as well as a search for sessions open text field. You can use any of these in combination to find the events you're looking for. So let's say I wanted to find some Blood Bowl events. I would click the game system drop-down, and I would choose Blood Bowl, and there they are. I could then further refine this by picking a particular day, and likewise I can always clear these filters by deleting them. I could also come up to this search for sessions field and just type Blood Bowl and more or less get the same results. Once I've found the events I'm interested in registering for, I'm going to click the select button to the right and then continue to search for events that I'd like to register for. Once everything is selected, you're going to need to scroll all the way down to the bottom and click Next to continue. Here's a tip. Sometimes that Next button can be very far down the page. The easiest way to get to it is to type something nonsensical into this open text field, which will filter out all the events and present you the registration buttons. You then click Next to continue. Next up is the AdeptiCon store. But first we're going to collect any relevant shipping information. If you chose to have your badge shipped to you, you're going to provide your address here. Please remember that we can only ship to domestic U.S. addresses, and that only badges will ship. These will go out at the end of February via USPS priority mail. If you chose the combined shipping option, you are going to need to provide the email address and the name of the person that you wish your badge to be shipped to. Confirmation number is optional, as you may not know that. Please remember that this attendee must have selected to have their badge shipped to them. If you designate an attendee that has not selected this option, your badge will default to will call.
In the AdeptiCon store, you will find all of the merchandise that is available for pickup at the 2026 event.
Dice, pub glasses, hoodies, challenge coins, all the basics will be there. To purchase something, simply select the quantity of the item that you're interested in, and then when you're done, scroll all the way down to the bottom and click Next to continue. Next, you will see a summary of everything you have registered for, as well as have the ability to add group members. Double check everything on your agenda to make sure it looks correct. If you do not wish to change anything or add any group members, you can simply click Next to proceed to payment. If you find something is missing or you want to change something, you can click the previous button to return to the relevant section and go through the process again. But let's say you wanted to add someone to your group. You're going to click the Add Group Member button, and it's going to walk you through the registration process again. I'm going to go ahead and quickly add someone to this registration, and then I will show you what it looks like. Okay, I've completed the registration process for another attendee. You can see that I now have both attendees registered, and I can use these little arrows here to collapse or expand a particular attendee's registration details. I can now make a single credit card payment for both users on the next page. So once all of this information looks correct and I've finished adding group members, I can go ahead and click the next button at the bottom to proceed to the payment page. The final step is order summary and payment. You'll see a lot of similar information on this page as the previous one. You'll see everyone that has been added to your group as well as all of their details. There will be an order total at the bottom, and you will pay using a single credit card transaction. One thing to make note of is that if you have any credit from a previous year, it will automatically apply to this total and all additional purchases this year until that credit is gone. Likewise, if you have a volunteer code or some other discount code that we've given you, you can enter it here and apply it to that total. Once you're ready to pay, you can select the credit card option, enter your credit card information like normal, and then click Submit. Once payment is complete, it will take you to your My Registration page. Here you will see your confirmation number. This will be important if you need to modify or cancel your registration at a later date. You will also see links to the AdeptiCon website, event rules and resources, and our Facebook page. There's also a summary of what you and everyone in your group has registered for. All of this information will be sent to you via email. This is also the page you will see if you use your email address and your confirmation number to log back into the system at a later date using the already registered link at the bottom of the main registration landing page. From here, you're also able to modify, transfer, or cancel your registration. You can change your shipping status, and you can even add another group member to an existing group.
Remember, per the refund policy, refunds are open through March 5th, 2026, or February 8th for ship badges and associated merchandise. So if you cancel your registration before those dates, you will receive a full refund to the original source of payment. Those are the basics for AdeptiCon 2026 registration. Hopefully it goes smoothly for everyone, and we will see you in March.